guys. Just wanted to say a few words today to you in the sex abuse series, and today we're on number 18. And it's good to see you. How are you? I just want to say a few words today, especially to the men, because I know that that a lot of men want to find a good woman and seriously do want to be in a relationship. But what can take up our time in this regard is actually running into inappropriate partners and wasting our time in situations that are draining us. And maybe we become a little bit despondent at the end of the day. But I wanted to just do something especially for the guys out there to just to give you a little bit of a heads up, really, as far as some of the things that can happen as far as a man is concerned. And there are some women out there. There are pathological types of men and women, and it's going to be a very, very useful skill for you to have in your safe relationship toolbox if you understand about pathology, if you understand about the signs to look for, and if you, importantly, know before going in what you really want in a woman. So, good idea to take the time out to write down what you really want in a woman and in a relationship, so that you're very clear, you're very conscious when you go out. You're going out with a very conscious mindset of exactly what you want and exactly what you don't want to engage in. And if you're going to engage in casual relationships and a good woman is observing that, it's going to affect your chances of meeting someone who is serious, because if she observes a man is throwing himself away and wasting his time with a lot of casual sexuality, it's going to put her off. And that's just something that we're aware of as women, that we're looking for a serious man. We're not going to be attracted to someone who is obviously not very discerning and obviously wants to waste his time sleeping around until the right woman comes along. And it doesn't really work like that. We need to be prepared before we go in, so that we attract the right person, rather than believing that you're going to change when you meet the right woman. That's the reverse. We need to prepare ourselves and be the right person first. Otherwise, you're going to frighten off a number of good women. So we want to maintain our awareness of our priorities in that case, and be aware that we need to do the work on ourselves before we enter into a relationship, so that that partner is attracted to us as we are, as we will be in a relationship. Yes, so when you do that, it's not going to open you up to pathology, because you're only going to be attracting positive relationship material, and you need to engage in alignment with that as well. You need to be serious about it. It's not something you can put on and pretend, because sooner or later you're going to not be able to keep that up. You must become authentic to attract an authentic woman. And a pathological woman or a dysfunctional woman, someone who isn't serious, may attract you through the sexual realm. This is what I wanted to focus on today as far as men are concerned, because men often have a very overconfident attitude and say to themselves, well, I can do what I want. Till I meet the right woman, then I'll settle down. And as I've said, it doesn't work like that normally, because a good woman will be looking for, a high caliber woman will be looking for who the man is now, how he's behaving now, and that can repel her or will attract her. So if you are open to a pathological woman who may use sexuality to draw you in initially, because men have been socialized to be attracted to beauty, a sexy body, very charming demeanor. They have an idealized view often of the perfect woman for them, and yet in the meantime they just sort of play around with whatever until they meet this princess. But that can open you up to a pathological type of woman who will use her sexuality, use her beauty in order to draw you into a dysfunctional situation. And once you get into those situations and you're hooked in through your sexuality, which may increase over time as she ups the ante, gives you mind-blowing sex, etc., hooks into that need, if you will, that you have to be validated as a man through your sexuality, that can open you up to a dysfunctional situation. And I've seen men get into dysfunctional situations with pathological women. I've seen them be drained of their resources, sometimes over a lifetime, and they continually give to this person who they believe is their princess. And it gradually dawns over time on them that this isn't who they thought it was, who she was. But by then, of course, things could have become very much more serious, very much more complicated, and you may be unable to get out. So it's very important to be prepared. Use your safe relationship toolbox. Become consciously aware of what you're doing, and not to allow the ego to drive the train, but to stay very conscious, to stay filled up with your own love for yourself, to work on your self-esteem, to prepare for a serious relationship. Become the man that this woman will want first, and not to be drawn in through your sexuality, not to be drawn in through hot sex. Don't even go there if you think that it's going to be an Achilles heel for you. You're vulnerable in that area. Then shore up that vulnerability through your own self-esteem, through meeting your own needs, until you've prepared yourself and you're ready to meet the right woman and to not be drawn in by pathological behaviour, which is often done through attraction, sexual chemistry, which she will use potentially to hook you into something which could drain long term. So I hope that's helpful, and as always, stay safe and very happy. Bye-bye.